Hey y'all, back with another video, and we're about to jump into 5 hacks that make my wash days easier. Let's get into it. Okay, so first up is the sink cover. Clyde and I use these when we're doing our hair in the bathroom, and it provides so much more surface area. You don't have to worry about things falling down into the sink or potentially going down the drain. It just makes wash day a breeze, especially if I'm doing my hair in the bathroom and not at a vanity. So boom, let me tell y'all how we did it, because this is the important part. First and foremost, we measured our sinks left to right and front to back to get an idea of the dimensions. Then we went right down to Home Depot and we looked at their dry erase boards. A lot of times they have the material and you have to get it cut down to size, which is exactly what we did. We did have a little left over, so we use it for game nights and when we want to do like couples trivia and things like that to write on. But what we do have ultimately is for our sinks, and it's kind of nice that it's the dry erase material because water can just bead up on the top surface. It doesn't seep through the board. You can wipe it right off. Very, very good investment, guys. It was less than $10 and it's been a game changer. All right, on to hair hack number 2, the water bowl. Now, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I can get a little sensory overload during wash day. And as a high density, fine haired girly, it's just a lot of shed hairs at every stage throughout my wash day. Of course, it's at different amounts, but for the most part, I'm always gonna have those little hairs kind of swirled on my hands, and they might be the long strands, and it's just kind of gross. So here's what I do. I fill a bowl with warm or hot water while I'm going through and detangling, whether I'm in the shower or I'm pre-pooing or maybe I'm out of the shower about to style. And all I do is just drag my hand through the water and all of that dirty, weird shed hair comes off into the warm water. When I'm done, I just rinse it over a strainer or I just pour it over a strainer, wipe out the bowl, and that gets things out of the way. So that really helps me to speed up my wash day so I'm not going through every little hair and picking it off my hand. I just put my palm into the bowl and it makes things clean for me. So that's hair hack number 2. Let's get on to number 3. Transfer your products to open mouth containers. I know I'm not the only one who buys products sometimes and they come in these squirt bottles and you're just like, who decided to put this in here? Like, did y'all give it a test run? Because if you did, you would know a squirt bottle or a pump was not best for the product consistency. And so, case in point, we got this leave-in conditioner, and it's not to say that it doesn't come down, but babes, look at all of the distress marks. We've been in the shower tussling, and so it took me entirely too long to just make the decision to transfer it into something that makes it easier for me on wash day. And so you can do this a couple ways. I decided to do it both ways, where I used and repurposed other containers. This is a body scrub container that has some TGI and honey milk in it. And you can see, I'm not fighting with nobody. My hand is going right in here. I'm scooping things out and I don't have any, reason to fuss or complain on wash day. But I've also invested in the size container that makes sense for me. So this is 4 ounces and it makes it a little bit easier for me to travel. I can transfer products into here, take it with me on a work trip, things like that. And once again, I'm not squirting nothing, shaking nothing. I'm not complaining, I'm not dropping nothing, because I can just sit this down in the shower, scoop, and go about my way. I don't have to worry about picking this up, having it be slippery on my hands, and now I drop it on my toes and I'm really upset. Babes, we're not doing that in 2025. We're working wiser, okay? We're working wiser. On to hair hack number 4. I'm getting excited, as you can tell. Now, this one is a clutch player. Pre-mixing all of my products. And when I say pre-mixing, I mean I sat down, took 20, 30 minutes, a pack of wet wipes, a wet towel, whatever I needed, and I mixed all of the products, the stylers, the gels, the leave-ins, the creams, whatever, on the back of my hand that I had an idea of using in combination with each other in one sitting. So that way I could have a note in my phone of everything that worked together and everything that didn't work together. 9 times out of 10, if it works on my hand and I clock it right, it's gonna work in my hair. There, of course, is that off chance that something doesn't really look right or feel right in your hair, but you're easily able to pivot because you have other combinations already documented. And so I definitely encourage you guys to give this a try. It worked for me, and I pretty much went throughout the fall and early winter back-to-back combos, not even having to think about it. Okay, so boom, for my fifth and final hair hack that has made my wash days so much easier, it is scheduling my trims early. I know at this point my hair needs to be trimmed every 6 weeks, and it's honestly like clockwork. But the thing is, depending on how my wash days fall, what was happening was I would find myself in the shower with these tangled ends, and I'd have to suffer through wash day and then wait another 4 or 5 days until my appointment. And what I think of it is like this: it's so much easier to push an appointment out than move an appointment up and find a spot on your stylist calendar. And so now I schedule my appointments every 5 weeks, and if I need a little wiggle room, I can push it out a week or maybe 2 weeks, but I don't ever have to worry about my hair needing a trim and me not being able to get into the chair to make those things right immediately. All right, y'all, so that wraps up the 5 hair hacks I've implemented into my natural hair routine to make my wash days easier. At this point in my natural hair journey, we have to work wiser because working harder will only get us so far. And that's on Ecclesiastes 10:10. So go ahead, let me know in the comments below which tip or hack resonates most with you. Let me know if you try them, okay? Give me the results, and I will see you in the next video. Now I'm about to hop off the video without giving the hair a moment, because honey, we love big hair, and it's dirty. And dirty big hair, sometimes that just be the whole combination. But it's eating down. It's eating down. And I've really just been on my volume kick. Like, it's really not that defined, you know? I don't have so much definition, but you can't even see the earrings. I'll see y'all later.